Does anything worry you? Do you have bad days? This question is from Subhashini.
First of all, I don't have days. Because the days are only in your memory. In your reality, there's only now, isn't it? Yes or no? The problem right now is human intellect. See, of all the gadgets that you have, I know he's looking into his favorite gadget. What are you, Apple or Samsung you? Okay. No, because it's a religion, so I'm asking. It's almost like asking, are you Hindu, Muslim, Christian, what are you? Are you Apple, Samsung or BlackBerry? We're almost getting there, isn't it? So, human intellect, of all the gadgets that you have, even including the Apple, human mind is the most sophisticated gadget on this planet. Do you agree with me? Every other gadget has come out of this. But we are busy looking into the iPhone, completely missing the eye. Right now, for most human beings, let me not use the word most, for too many human beings, this mind is not a miracle that it actually is. For so many human beings, this mind has become a misery manufacturing machine. All the misery, human misery on this planet, where is it manufactured? Madras? No, in your mind, isn't it? What should have been the greatest miracle, unfortunately has become a source of misery for human beings. Why is this so? There are two dimensions to your intelligence. One is perception, one is the penetration of your intelligence, another is the memory aspect of it. Because of the kind of education systems that you're suffering right now, which is 100% memory-based, all you have to do is memorize something, vomit it somewhere. Your idea of being intelligent right now has become purely memory-based. Today evening at the tea party, you don't have to know anything. You just have to surf the internet, pick up some facts about that 64, T64 galaxy that nobody knows about. You get some information and throw it around, people think you're smart. Because our whole idea of intelligence has become memory, unfortunately. Once you're dipping your hand into memory, your intelligence becomes very cyclical. Because it's recycling the past in so many different ways, it looks smart for somebody who doesn't know that, otherwise it's just nonsense. Today we know a goddamn chip can record more than your brain can record. It is not intelligence. Memory is just a resource, it is not an intelligence. The nature of the intelligence and the purpose of human intellect is that it should be able to penetrate. But it has got such a huge backlog, it is identified with the memory in such a bad way, it has lost its penetration. It is like you have a knife. Intellect is like a knife, it can cut through anything. But now you have a knife where the apple is sticking. Now whatever you try to cut, it's not going to cut anything because there's a big apple sticking here. This is what has happened, a huge bank of memory is sticking to it and it's lost its penetration. This is a tremendous loss that's happened to humanity because of the nature of education systems that we have crafted. So the fundamental process of spiritual process is to sharpen this intellect in such a way that if you sit here, your memory does not influence you. Your intelligence is simply here, it sees everything just the way it is. If this doesn't happen to you, your intellect will become the source of your suffering. You will see educated people are definitely suffering more than the uneducated on this planet, isn't it so? They're also causing much more suffering. The planet is suffering mainly because of educated people, not because of uneducated people. Yes or no? The very life of the planet is being threatened by the educated, not by the uneducated, because it is a completely memory-based education. It is not intelligence-based education. We need to shift this. If the education systems are not going to shift it, as individual people, you must shift, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur means you must create an opportunity where there isn't one. That is enterprise, isn't it? On 1st of September, we have lakhs of people around the country in all the major cities and towns. They will come out, just hold this little blue patch called Rally for Rivers and stand somewhere in the city where people can see you. Not in large groups, because that will amount to a protest. Each individual should just stand. As a citizen, you must stand, not with 10 people, just you. So minimum of 50 feet space should be there between one person and the other person, but across the city, we want this display because we want everybody to participate on that day. All the other people who are using the streets, they must all see this, because on that day on the media we are doing a major campaign, everybody would have seen it on the media, and now it's on the street. That should be sufficient propelling force for them to make that call, and also in some way within themselves they commit. If they want more active roles, they can come on there is a Rally for River app and the website. They can register and see in what way they can participate in each town. And in Bangalore, we are here on 9th of September in the palace grounds, and people can come and participate in that event in large numbers.
My question is, we students sitting over here are among the top percentile in the country in terms of education that we are receiving. Yet all of us are wondering about what jobs we will get. We just want the best campus placements over here. If that's the scenario with all of us, and we are not willing to take risks and have become risk averse, from where will the jobs come for the country when we are not thinking about starting our own ventures, our own startups, our own firms?
Now, see, India is a developing country. That's all. What a developing country means is, so much is still undone. Many things to be done. In this country, nobody should be talking about unemployment, if you ask me, because there is so much to be done. Now the problem is, you want only that certain kind of job where you will get the maximum pay without doing the needed work. Yes. Otherwise, it's a developing country. There are million things yet to be done in this country. This is not a developed country, what shall I do, everything is done. No, there are too many things yet to be done. So, if you have a working brain and a seeing eye, if you look around, there are 1,000 things to be done right around you, isn't it? So, I don't think you should be looking in terms of campus placement. The word placement sounds like you're in a hospice. This should not be the attitude of the youth. What are you going to lose if you take a risk? I'm asking, what are you going to lose? Your friend may get into McKinsey, is that it? That's not the way to look at life. If you look at life like that, you will regret. I'm not making a comment about any particular company, I'm saying, because everybody… especially in Harvard Business School, if you talk to anybody, say, I'm looking for a placement in McKinsey. I said, what are you… how many of you will go to McKinsey? There is so much to be done in the world. If you have the brains and the guts to do something, there is so much to be done in this world, isn't it? Particularly in India. So, I would like to see from this institution that little more dare in you, nothing will happen. If I don't do this, I will fall on the street, I will become a beggar. No, that will not happen to you. Are you sure about that or no? That will not happen to you. But if you're enterprising, you think the world can stop you? No, the world will put obstacles in your way. Either you can see them as obstacles or you can see them as possibilities, always. Where there is a problem, there is a possibility, isn't it so? Hello? Wherever there is a problem, there is a possibility. That is, if you start looking, what's the solution for this problem? If you just see the problem and you don't think beyond that a problem is a great possibility because if you solve this, that's it. There are lots of problems now. Please see how to solve it, that's what you should invest in.